But yeah, like I said, I feel like I've achieved nothing today, apart from a lot of boredom, and a lot of grinding, a lot of welding. So yeah, but after saying that, the corners, you know, cutting the corners, 9 cuts, bending, cutting them again, 9 cuts. Well, it's the same cut, but obviously just being widening them, you know, making them bend around. They've gone really nice, so I'm happy with them. Right, we'll catch you in the week, hopefully when the roof racks all been assembled and bolted together, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Right, good evening guys. Yeah, welcome to this episode. And the last 4 days have been, I want to say, a little bit of a challenge, mentally, physically, and so on. But it's all been to do with the roof rack. It's 95% complete now, so it's in place. It's supported off the brackets and everything. Yeah, it's been bolted up. There's still a little bit of welding to do on some of the joints. These brackets over here, trim these off. These are going to be cut off and then shaped back here, just to give them a little bit of a fin-like appearance. Same with the top bracket up there, that needs trimming off. Obviously all the bolts, that will be done when it's actually finally fitted. A little bit of trimmage on this bracket here. We've got to cap this off here as well and put the slight angle on it. The top light bar, that's all been drilled ready for the spotlights. We've moved this bracket. I've rebent that bracket there. I do apologise for the light, but it is coming up towards 7 o'clock in the evening. This will be cut off here, and this will be neatened off at this side. Again, the cut there. Bracket off up at the top there. But that has gone really nice, and it's all square. It's all level, and I'm happy with it. I'm going to get the 3mm aluminium on the roof. I think that's going to be laser cut, and hopefully tomorrow, when I take this down to get it galvanized, we'll send the measurements to the laser cutters and they can cut the aluminium for the roof, you know, for the walking section. I'm not going to be walking up there. It's just going to have the solar panel up there, like I say, and that's it. But that, I feel like I've been on, you know, down at the gym doing weights for the last 4 days, and it's been tiring. So I'll take you up there now, and we can have a look, sort of like what I've done up on the roof. Right, okay. Not much room to stand up here, basically, so I were going to put the drone up, but we were just like, nah, too tired. So this is what I've done up on the roof. I hope you can see that all right. Like I said, there's still 1 or 2 bits of welding to be done. And you can see it's quite wide. From this back rail just here to the rail just the other side of the sunroof there is 4 foot. So you're talking from back to front, it's probably 5.5 foot, and it's the same width as the solar panels. Well, it's actually slightly wider. So that's measuring. It's about 2.2 nearly 2.3 meters. Probably will be 2.3 meters from outside to outside. So it's quite a big, heavy rack. I'm hoping it's not going to be too heavy for obviously tilting the cab. But I mean, a lot, you know, the Arocs, a lot of people have these racks on there, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I'll spin you around and you can have another look. And you can see there where I've actually cut out for the snorkel. Right, okay, I'm going to turn you off now. I'm going to get back down, and like I say, I need to tomorrow disassemble this, drill some holes in for the galvanising, and get it all welded up, get it all cleaned up, get it sent off, get it down there, and then the next time you see this is going to be when it's been assembled and fitted for the final time. So we'll catch you maybe at the weekend. Well, good morning, and I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Right, this morning I am on with making some base units or some kitchen units. I'm going to try to construct the vehicle from inside out, so basically from the far corners then coming towards the doorway, rather than building something in the doorway and then trying to work around it. So this morning I've started off with the larder unit, or the fridge freezer housing. So what I've got over here is I've took delivery of some of the white goods. So we've got in here the fridge freezer, which is a 240 domestic one. Here we've got the gas oven, and here is the washing machine. Nice bit of kit just come yesterday. This is the log burning stove. So yeah, that is awesome, and I believe it's one of the first in the UK. So if you like log burning stoves, stick around to watch that one, because that kit there it's from Switzerland and it's the best I've ever seen. So right, but yes, I'm on with the kitchen units this morning. So I'm just making the larder unit, or the fridge freezer housing, and that's it really. It's nice to be back actually doing some joinery on the inside, because for the last week and a bit I've been slogging away at the roof rack, so it's really nice to be back on the joinery side of things. Right, Saturday afternoon, I managed to get the units stood in place and temporarily screwed in. So down this side we've got the oven housing. Then we've got a 700 wide set of drawers, which is going to have the sink in the top there, and then the washing machine in the far corner. Not too bad. Not. It's one of those things. I think the dimensions could be slightly better, but I think it's going to work out all right. Fridge freezer in the corner. The fridge freezer is slightly higher than what I was wanting. I was wanting something like a 1300i, and I think that because of the width, they'll tend to jump up to 1800i integrated. So that's going to go in this unit just here. And then we've got the 350mm or 300mm set of drawers here. Made all this morning, but I'm not happy with this one. As you can see, I've just brought this chair in now to actually have a look at the height of the seat back. And even though this is the same height as what these are, I'm wanting to put, I'm not going to say ornaments, but maybe the hi-fi on there or something like that. So that is actually lower than what the seat backs are going to be. I haven't allowed for the sort of like the floor lifting up there. So I'm going to remake this one and make it sort of like up to here, which will be, you know, 250 mil or something like that higher than these. But nevertheless, then when we sit there, we've got like a little bit of a shelf there. We could put mobile phones on there, plug them in, charge them and things like that. So yeah, it's been one of them days. I've not been really motivated because I know I'm coming down to sort of like the final positioning of things, and it's like it's crunch time. But nevertheless, apart from that, I still haven't fixed the wall yet. That will be maybe tomorrow's job on Mondays, but I mean, we'll see. Right, I'm going to make another unit for here, and I may just reduce it slightly, and I may just slide the wall, what's going in, the dwarf wall, I may just slide that in here as well and fix that. And then I can't change my mind. Right, okay. So I've corrected my mistake from earlier, which were the height of the unit, which I've put a much taller unit in. This is now 1100i, slightly narrower. It's just about 300 mil actually, the internal measurement of that. However, I've overcome two problems. The power cord on the fridge freezer doesn't actually go above the fridge freezer itself, because my intentions were to put the power socket up there to unplug the fridge freezer, but it won't reach up there. So down here where all the cables are, this is some of the cables that are going to the control panel on this wall just here. We've got the water pump cable, we've got the power, the ring main for the power over this side, but we can have the power socket in there for the fridge freezer. Also, I've created a cupboard there which will house the air fryer, so when we're not using the air fryer we can put that away in the cupboard, I think. And then drawers here, we'll probably have two decent sized drawers and then a smaller one up at the top there. I think that has gone alright. Worktop on here, like I said, we've got a wall unit up here, and then we'll step back and then there will be wall units above the seating area just here. The dwarf wall is obviously part of the seat back, and you can see that where I've put the seat there. So like I said, it's going to be a relatively small seating area, but it will make, I'm hoping to make that into like I want to say a bed. It's not going to be quite a double bed, but yeah, it's the bed's going to be 1100 by, I think it by 5.5 foot, something like that. Sunday lunchtime, and I'm draining off the main water tank. The reason for that is because this morning I've decided that I've got to start this this rear wall here. In just over a week's time we've got all the electrics going in, and like I said, we've got a 140 kg battery just here going in this little recess, and we've got a 50 kg inverter going at this side. So I need to reinforce the wall, which is currently over there. I need to reinforce this with steel. So I've just put a couple of screws in this, 4 in total, 5 with one at the bottom, and that's really solid. Another frame at this side, hence why I'm draining off the water, is because I need to disconnect these pipes in this corner to get this frame, the corner of this frame in there. And I've got another frame to go in between, an intermediate frame, and then there's going to be one piece right across the top, one bit of steel, and that should be suffice with the 18mm trailer board going on there to mount anything on that side. I've took the water tank off because I think I can better the location and also turn it horizontal rather than vertical. So I'm doing that as well. So there's a little bit more plumbing to do. I thought I might as well drain off the water. I can always fill it back up again and so on. So that's what I've been doing Sunday morning. And I thought I'd finished with the welding. How wrong was I? So yeah, come Monday after work, I'll be able to finish that section off and maybe, you know, get onto the plumbing and get that the hot water cylinder, what's down here, and get that re-plumbed in. Yesterday we finished off with the dwarf wall for the dining seating area, and I don't know whether I've mentioned, but I extended the height of this work unit up to 1100. So we've got a nice little cupboard for the air fryer to be kept in the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3 drawers, I believe at the minute, and then worktop on the top, LED lighting and so on. So it's going to look really nice, this area. One thing I did think of this morning, maybe I should have actually spaced this side off. This is where the fridge freezer's going, and I'm thinking, will the door open fully back, because I don't know how far this hatch comes out neither, so that may foul the door. So this may have to be cut down once again and made even narrower. I won't know that until we get the fridge freezer in there, and that's going to be tomorrow. But yeah, it's been quite a good weekend. And I'm happy with that. It would be nice to crack on even more, but you know, you can only do what you can only do. The roof rack now has been dropped off for galvanising. So yeah, the next time you see that, we're going to be after powder coating, and yeah, we'll be assembling that, so that's going to be great. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this rather short episode, but nevertheless we've got quite a bit done. So I'll leave you with that one, and we'll catch you on the next one.